Hi, this is Gary Kayye. We're here at InfoComm 2016 in Vegas. It is the second day of the show. I'm here with David Prince, Sales Engineering Manager at Bose Professional. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Gary.
You had a great show so far?
We've had an excellent show. A lot of crowd, a lot of buzz, and just a great vibe around the show altogether.
Well, you're going to take us on a tour of the Bose booth this year and what you're offering here at the show, but you're going to start a little bit with history.
Yeah, absolutely. And so one of the main things that we're trying to do this year, Gary, is give people an introduction to Bose Corporation as a whole. A lot of people know us from the consumer side, but there's a lot more to Bose. We're a research company. Everything from Bose Ride, as you see, to Bose Build, and other areas of the division throughout Bose Corporation, where we're doing innovative research and things that really affect people and affect their lives in a good way. And leading all the way to Bose Pro, where we've been around for 40 years. A lot of people don't realize that we've been in the professional business for that long, and we have a nice timeline here, working our way through from our early products through our first rendition of the Auditioner unit for modeler and auditioner acoustic simulation software, and all the way through to PowerMatch, which is one of our latest technology offerings in the last few years, incorporating multi-channel configurable amplification and DSP.
Well, this is an impressive display. It gives a little bit of history and a little bit of look at Bose and the other areas that you're helping the world and customers. I mean, even the seat for trucks. I mean, that's something I didn't even know that Bose did.
Yeah, absolutely. It was one of those technologies that you just don't realize that Bose is working on, and is a great thing for truck drivers and their health, and just a pretty innovative use of technology.
Well, let's head on over to the other side of the booth and let's check out what you have.
So as we work our way around here, we'll just take a quick look. We've got a sort of a corporate history, and Dr. Bose. A lot of people don't realize there was actually a Dr. Bose. I just want to point out one key quote that he has here of, you can never do anything better without it being different. And that is a core value that we have at Bose and leads into every product that we develop. So as we work our way around the booth here and talk about some of the unique technologies that we're coming out with, one of our core things is it's got to be different in order to be better. So one of those first things as we work around, you've got the NFL headsets that we're all used to seeing on all the NFL games every weekend, and a chance to experience that here at the booth and see that in action, as well as now available for use in commercial application if you want to use it in broadcast or just communications for theaters and things like that, a product that we now have available as well. And as we sorry there, Gary. As we work our way all around, we come to our what we call our control space ecosystem wall, which is really just all of our DSP, everything from endpoints, Dante endpoints, full integration with Dante networks from the beginning of the chain all the way through the end of the chain to amplification.
Yeah, and you mentioned Dante networks. That's a new addition to the Bose Professional line, and so you've obviously you've adopted the Dante standard for networking.
Absolutely, yes. We've actually been working with Audinate for several years now, and we've had Dante available for 2 years in our products, and it's fully integrated in each of our DSP and amplifier products. So we have full integration all the way from the beginning of the signal chain, all the way through to our DSP processors. We have our over here we have our ESP single rack unit fixed I/O DSPs, as well as our ESP00 card frame processor, and then actually just below that we have an example amplifier showing that we have full integration all the way through to your loudspeakers.
Yeah, it's obvious that the industry is moving towards network everything, and so I suspect that that's been well received.
Absolutely, yes. Just hearing from people that, first of all, just all the manufacturers that are bringing on Dante and are adopting it, and the interoperability, I can't say that early in the morning, between all of the manufacturers is great, and especially within a full line. What we're hearing from our customers is to be able to have that from beginning to end is really a big thing, and not just in a single product.
And can you talk about your user controls, because you have some of the best interfaces in the industry?
Well, thank you, Gary. Yes, absolutely. We have on this wall we have our CC64 and CC16, which tie into our control space ESP processors and also the amplifiers to give customized controls to the user, simplified, just very easy to use. And then this year we're introducing the new CC1, CC2, and CC3 volume controls that are compatible with all of our analog devices, whether that be a GPIO on a DSP processor or all the way through to some of our BMS amplifiers where we can use that. And then I'll also quickly point just to the left of those, we also have our control space remote. This is a new version for this year where we are able to have full integration with great graphics for iPad, Android, as well as PC remote applications. So just really a kind of a full range for customers, make it easy to access, easy to program. It does not take an advanced programmer to make this stuff work and look great for the customer.
You know, what I like about your controllers is that they're very simple and intuitive. Like, it's normal to have a knob. Everyone's used to a knob, and you're keeping that simplicity, and that's why I like that. Sometimes you walk up to a controller and it's complicated to figure out how to use. It takes 2 or 3 steps to figure it out, and yours, it's a walk up and use experience.
Absolutely, both from the end user aspect. We want them to be able to have a good experience. It's going to live in their, hopefully in their facility for many years, but then also very much so from the programmer standpoint and the dealer standpoint. We want to make it easy for them to use as well. It doesn't need to be something they need to go and spend 2 weeks learning how to program or go to a really long training class. So they can, if they've used any audio DSP, they can pick this up and make it work.
Great. So tell us about this wall. What is this? A power share. Tell us about what that is.
So one of the things that a lot of people don't realize about Bose is that we are an amplifier manufacturer. For many, many years, and especially now in the commercial world, we have a full line, everything from Power Match on the left here, which is sort of our top of the line integrated DSP and multi-channel configurable amplifiers. All the way to the right, we have Free Space, which is our BMS integrated zone amplifiers, low power but full featured, easy to set up, and really everything from true BMS situations to extra zones and engineered sound and everything like that. And then new this year, we are releasing in the middle here PowerShare, and PowerShare is a new class of amplifier. It is, what it does is give us 600 watts over 2 or 4 channels, fully. I had to pause there.
It's a small form factor. First off, I mean, for that amount of power.
Yes, small form factor, 1 RU for 600 watts, but you can distribute that over any of those output channels that you would like, 2 or 4 channels, and you do not have to define that. It figures it out. So if you want 35 watts on one channel and 550 watts on the other channel, it figures that out for you. All you need to do is just make sure that you're adding up to 600 watts, and we distribute it from there.
How does it figure it out? Does it figure out what the speaker's capable of handling, or what do you mean it figures it out for you?
Well, so we have completely independent outputs, and by that we mean that we can handle 4 ohm, 8 ohm, 70 volt, and 100 volt on any of the individual channels. And as long as you have done your math correctly in a 70 volt system, as long as your tap values aren't too much, you'll be okay. Even if you have gone over, the amplifier is smart enough to see that you are asking for too much current, and it will just back off those levels equally across all channels.
That's a great idea. This seems like a simple concept, but that's pretty innovative.
Yes, absolutely. Very simple concept, but for some reason hasn't been thought of until now. So we're glad to bring that to market.
Your flexible array system won an award last year or earlier this year at the ISE show. This is again a simple concept that no one thought of, and it's a phenomenal idea.
Absolutely, it's sort of bringing that concert line array quality and concept to the smaller portable format. And then new this year at InfoComm, we are releasing the F1 passive. So what we released last year was an active version, which you see here in the middle. Combines with an F1 bass cabinet and just a really impactful, high energy, multiple pattern control device, which if we look up at the top of the wall, the innovative thing here in this class of portable product is that we can do everything from a straight coverage pattern to a J by lowering the bottom end. Here, we'll just walk over and I'll show you. If we pull these out, we have a straight ahead format. If we want to J, we can do that to get coverage down to closer audience members. If this is maybe up on a stage, maybe we are set up in a gymnasium and we have risers and bleachers, so we could do a reverse J. Or maybe we're in a format where we've got people close up front but also up in bleachers. We can do a C format, which sends energy both up and down.
And so the difference between the series that you launched at ISE and the new model, it's a F1 812 passive.
Yes, the F1 812 passive is a passive version of the active version, obviously. So this is very install friendly, and we're showing a couple of the install options here between a yoke bracket so that you can fly it, or a wall mount bracket. And it really gives people the options. We have a lot of dealers who were using the active version in installs, which is great when you have power, but a lot of times you don't have that power sitting on the wall and you'd like to be able to use a passive version.
All right. Excellent, excellent. And of course, your installed sound products over here, it looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our loudspeaker wall, as we call it, and this really just kind of gives you a full range of capabilities within Bose Corporation. Everything from our free space line of product for business music systems and high energy retail to conference rooms, wherever you can imagine those kind of loudspeakers, all the way through our pan array line, which some of them have been around for many years, such as the 802. Is actually this year is a new version. It's an 802 Series 4 with some updates for installability as well as U brackets, and coming through to 402, 502, and then our MA12 and MA12EX column line array product. And to one of the latest additions to the line, this has been out for 2 years now as well, our room match utility line, which is taking the technology from our concert line array systems with a compression driver and giving you various form factors, whether it be for fill, under balcony, or even a lot of people are using these in high-end retail restaurant applications for that really high quality, concert quality indoors.
All right, great. And then we got your new products over here as well, right?
Yeah, so what we're releasing this year at the show is DeltaQ. And DeltaQ is something we have as a technology that we have had in room match. If we take a look up in the air here, we have a room match array. This has been out for 5 years now, and making some great waves in the industry. It's a large format concert line array with a large format waveguide in the middle. So we have horizontal and vertical pattern control, and that's what we're highlighting with the LEDs in the array, is that we have varying patterns in the horizontal plane, and thus the technology name of DeltaQ, meaning we're able to change delta, the Q of the loudspeaker, as we work through the array.
So this here on the floor, this is one of those that's up there, or is that
yes,
different?
It is. This is one of the modules, and if we take in a close-in shot of the top, we can see the various horizontal patterns that are available in the room match product line. So we can do everything from 55 degrees of horizontal all the way up to 120 degrees of horizontal. But similarly, we can also do asymmetrical patterns where we can leave one side fully open and maybe close off the other side. If we were, say, in a theater with the array all the way up against the wall, this allows us to give coverage without having to yaw or adjust the entire array.
So this is adjustable on site?
This is not adjustable on site. So this is a permanent install version, and we use our modular acoustic software to design it and specify where the array is going to be and really customize, thus the name room match, where you're going to match your room where the audience area is during that.
So you'll help the integrator figure out what's the right pattern.
Absolutely, exactly. So and the modular software makes it very easy and fast to do that. And so leading from that to our new product, if we want to take a sneak peek behind the curtain to the latest product family member in the DeltaQ line. I should not say that as a DeltaQ line. DeltaQ is the technology that we are releasing Showmatch this year, using that same DeltaQ waveguide for horizontal and vertical pattern control in a smaller, more portable format. And one of the things you mentioned there, Gary, about RoomMatch was the fixed waveguides. One of the key features with Showmatch is field replaceable waveguides for being able to do symmetrical and asymmetrical patterns for coverage as you need it, whether it be in the corporate AV rental markets all the way through to high-end installations as well.
So it's obvious that you are you're covering every element of sound now in the Pro AV market, including the rental staging market, which is a huge. I mean, it's a huge potential market for Bose. You know, going forward when you have products like this. I mean, obviously you've had some product, but now you've got a complete line.
Yeah, absolutely. And so RoomMatch was certainly, it was a fixed installation product, and we heard from our customers and the end users as well that, hey, we really need that portable version. We need that version that we can use in more applications. And a lot of the comments and the things that we learned from RoomMatch have been built into Showmatch as well. And yes, and if you tie it into the entire product line here, we really we go everywhere from the input side of the stream through our control space ecosystem all the way through to amplification and loudspeakers.
Well, congratulations on the new line. I'm sure it's going to be very well received by the rental staging market for sure. And of course, all your install, as you said, you cover everything from the little small rooms to restaurants and bars all the way up through large facilities. It's a great view of the history of the company as well, in addition to an overview of the product line. Thanks for taking the time this morning, because I know you're extremely busy and probably would have rather slept in late. But this is great because we had a chance to walk through the booth before it was crowded, before the show even opened this morning. When I came by here yesterday, you couldn't walk through the booth.
Absolutely.
You could not walk through the booth.
You had to wait in line. And
I could. It was unbelievable. You could not literally walk through your booth. So congratulations on the show so far, and you got 2 more days. So hang in there. And thanks for joining me.
Excellent. Thank you, Gary.
So we got a lot more to cover. As I said, every time I do a video, make sure you type in this case, Bose, in the video search window, and you'll find all the product videos we shot on Bose. And but keep watching. We got a lot more to cover here at InfoComm 2016.